Last time, Kakarot and the others participated in the Tournament of Power, with Kakarot unlocking Ultra Ego and eliminating Jiren. The rest was easy for them, but what will happen next? Welcome to part 12 of What If Monaito Raised Kakarot. 5 months go by, Kakarot is back on Planet Serial training Granola to help him catch up with him and Vegeta. Now, to clarify some things, the Broly movie of course wouldn't happen, with Vegeta having control over the Freeze Force for a while now. But as you can tell by the thumbnail, we're going into the Moro arc. But in the manga, the arc happens 2 to 3 months after the Tournament of Power, not 5, but don't worry, I'll explain soon. As Kakarot and Gorilla are training, they hear Monaito calling them. As they fly over to Monaito, they notice someone behind him. It's Krillin, badly hurt as well. Kakarot and Gorilla haven't talked to Krillin a whole lot, but they still see him as a good friend. Then next to him also is Tarble and Vegeta, both in bad shape. But then they notice someone with blue skin and white hair wearing some weird armor who explains everything. An old magician named Moro broke out 3 months ago. He went under the radar for a long time, until just recently he started to attack planets. First he attacked Earth and took all life from the planet, killing even Kami. Moro even went to Namek to make a wish with the Dragon Balls to be back to his prime age, then to also free everyone from the galactic prison. Then once he was done with Namek, he killed Nail and took the rest of the life on the planet. Whilst Moro was on his way to another planet, he encountered Vegeta and Taro who fought him. But with his magic, he was able to beat them with ease, until Vegeta showed off his new form, Ultra Ego. After the Tournament of Power, Vegeta started training heavily, repeating Kakarot's exact training as well. Then, a month later went by to go see Beerus, who helped him unlock the form. Vegeta got the upper hand until Moro absorbed someone named 7-3, giving him the upper hand. He was even able to copy Vegeta's abilities, hence also giving him the ability to have his own version of Ultra Ego. Kakarot and Gorilla are shocked. How is someone this strong not noticed by them sooner? Have they seriously been that locked in on training? Beerus and Whis teleport in, saying they just came by to get some food from Planet Cereal, but then they see a lot of people there. Some damaged and some okay. Beerus and Whis know that the person who explained everything is Mirror's angel in training, but they don't say this out loud. Just his name. As Beerus and Whis are filled in on what's going on, Beerus starts to show annoyance. His training with Vegeta basically went nowhere. It was pointless. Kakarot asks Beerus where Moro is now, to which he says nowhere near here, but is most likely on his way. The group starts to panic, realizing they need to get out of here, fast. As the group panic, Whis calls for Shin to stick by Beerus. He can't risk his life, since if Shin dies, so does Beerus. As Shin appears, he lets everyone know they can stay on his world for now until they're ready to face off Moro. As they all go to Shin's world, Whis tells them they need to train harder than they ever have, push beyond their limits, seek new power. That's when Kakarot interrupts with an idea. He's wanting to go back to his Saiyan roots, somehow use his Saiyan pride to help him exceed his limits. He looks over to Vegeta, wondering if he can help him to master Super Saiyan 4 and mix God Ki with the form to get his own version. As we go to Moro's perspective, he has his eyes closed, focused on trying to find another planet with Dragon Balls, stronger Dragon Balls, one that could give him immortality. That's when he senses a set, 2 Dragon Balls. Moro tells Cranberry to go north. He senses Dragon Balls. This of course being Planet Zero, but as soon as Moro senses the Dragon Balls, they disappear. He took the Dragon Balls and how come he can't sense the Dragon Balls anymore? Moro is showing anger, just flies straight out of the ship, exploding and killing Cranberry. Moro flies over to Planet Cereal himself. He's faster than the ship, even without using a ton of power. And as soon as Moro fully lands on the planet, he looks around. A city with a dome around it, destroyed city, and a single home on a hill. Moro angrily closes his eyes once again, trying to sense the Dragon Balls, but that's when he notices something. Someone is sensing his ki. As Moro looks in the direction, he feels someone sensing his ki. It disappears. Moro grins, finally figuring out he may have taken the Dragon Balls. Moro starts flying towards the direction, destroying the planet Cereal behind him in anger. Monaito opens his eyes. He doesn't know if the Dragon Balls are on Planet Cereal, but he sensed Moro, who sensed them back. Kakarot and the others worry to ask if he's coming this way, and as soon as they ask, Moro teleports in, shocking everyone, even Beerus. Moro grins, so these must be the ones who took his Dragon Balls. Granola, confused, says to Moro no, he's the one who took the Dragon Balls. Moro laughs, saying that their act won't save their life. He can sense their ki, and it's delicious. Moro starts charging them, his brown fur turning a dark purple alongside a purple aura. Even some skin under his eyes turn purple. The group starts shaking in fear. What is this power? His power even rivals Beerus himself. Kakarot then smirks. An opponent he doesn't need to hold back on anymore. Kakarot asks Shin if he can go all out, as Shin then says the world is very durable, so he can. Vegeta walks beside Kakarot, saying that they can go all out then. They both power up into Ultra Ego, getting into a battle stance. And then Gorilla also walks beside them, transforming into Ultra Cerulean. His ki isn't as high as Kakarot and Vegeta's, but they can use the extra hand. That's when Terrible walks beside Vegeta, transforming into Super Saiyan 4. After the tormented power, Vegeta told Terrible that he needs to continue training like a true Saiyan. So Vegeta helped Terrible unlock Super Saiyan 4. Then Krillin steps up also, powering up, but unfortunately not in a different form. Beerus and Reach watch from the side, with Beerus protecting Shin in case Moro tries to do anything tricky. As the fighters all charge in, Moro's aura starts to power up and send the fighters all back, who retaliate with their own Ki Blast. Kakarot and Vegeta both charge in his Ultra Ego, charging their own Hakai. As they fire the Hakai towards Moro, he starts to charge his own Hakai and throws his own towards theirs. That's when Oatmeal detects something. Everyone's Ki but Moro's is going down. What is he doing? As the Hakais explode, Kakarot and Vegeta are seen breathing for air as they power down. Kakarot to Super Saiyan Blue, and Vegeta to Extreme Apex, leaving the two shocked. What is Moro doing? That's when Moro reveals some of his magic. His magic abilities are incredible. He even has the ability to steal Ki from others. That's when Kakarot powers down to Super Saiyan 4, along with Vegeta also powering down to Super Saiyan 4. Vegeta looks at Kakarot and Terrible. He smiles at them both, telling everyone to lend Kakarot his energy. He'll hold Moro off. Kakarot then comments on the fact that Vegeta isn't even Ultra Ego. Even then, they barely stood a chance, which makes him think he can hold Moro off and just make regular Super Saiyan 4. Vegeta tells Kakarot not to worry about him. He'll be fine. Vegeta then charges into Moro, headbutting him, catching Moro off guard a little bit. Kakarot then goes back to the other fighters, telling them to lend energy. But how? How do they lend Kakarot Ki? That's when Kakarot just tells him to charge the Ki around him and channel the Ki towards him. Vegeta keeps trying to fend off Moro, but Moro's just toying with him at this point. Moro isn't even fighting back anymore. He's just dodging all Vegeta's attacks. Kakarot's just watching in shock. Vegeta, the guy who's the most egotistical Saiyan, friend, ally, and strong warrior, is possibly sacrificing his life to save the multiverse. That's when Moro decides he's had enough toying with Vegeta, as Moro then pierces his hand straight through Vegeta's stomach, leaving everyone shocked. Terrible, angered, powers up to Super Saiyan 4. Charging towards Moro, he easily shoots a Ki beam through his heart, killing him instantly. Kakarot, Granola, and Krillin are left speechless. What do they do now? Granola tells Kakarot to keep charging his Ki. He can deal with Moro for now. He charges in towards Moro, but starts shooting vital points, knocking Moro to the ground, catching him off guard a little bit. Kakarot looks at Krillin, who nods at him, charging to his max. Kakarot can tell he's close to something new. That's when it clicks. He looks at Beerus, who rolls his eyes as he then nods at him. Kakarot smirks as he powers down to Super Saiyan 4 and starts charging his Ki to the max. His aura starts to turn purple, then a more pinkish aura. His hair starts to slightly turn pink as well, but he knows he needs to keep charging up to maintain the form long enough. That's when he looks back at Gorilla, who's been being beaten to a pulp. Moro knocks him to the ground as he puts his hand around his neck, taking his red eye ability. Moro then looks over at Kakarot, shocked at his power. What is his form? Kakarot calls it Super Saiyan 4 Ego Breaker, as he roars, powering up with his aura expanding. Moro is shocked and a little bit concerned, but he's also glad. If he can get Kakarot's power, even Beerus won't be able to stall him. Moro charges up to his max, shocking everyone. The two stare each other down, smirking. This is the battle to save the multiverse. The two charge toward each other, clashing fists, shaking the entire planet, even space itself. Even Beerus is shocked at Kakarot's power and how impeccable it is. But Moro isn't showing any fatigue at all. While Kakarot's power is incredible, Moro's is just the same. The two are dead even. It just matters on who can stay up fighting the longest. Granola wakes up next to Whis and Maris, who saved him and healed him back up. As he thanks the two, he feels Kakarot's Ki. It's so menacing yet, he isn't even scared. He used to be scared of the Saiyans long ago, but ever since he met Kakarot and grew up with him, it's like Kakarot is his own family now. Granola no longer feels fear or hatred towards the Saiyans, even ones that did him wrong long ago. Granola asks the two if they think Kakarot can win this, but the too simply just stay to watch the fight continue out. As Kakarot and Moro keep clashing, Moro comments on the fact that even if they are even, he has the upper hand in magic. As he starts to morph the planet to help him out, catching Kakarot off guard. Kakarot smirks. Yeah, he may have the upper hand in magic, but he doesn't have the upper hand in battle IQ. As he then teleports behind Moro, knocking him to the ground to then grab his arm with his tail and throw Moro into the sky to then shoot multiple ki blasts at him. Moro angrily takes him head on, being caught off guard, as he then retaliates with more magic, now using multiple Hakais to fire at Kakarot, who dodges them as he kicks Moro to the ground. Moro gets up, infuriated beyond belief. How's the Saiyan keeping up with him, beating him in a fight? Kakarot glides to the ground. Moro stands firmly looking at him. Moro asks Kakarot if he thinks doing all this will save his life at all. Does he think he's going to go to heaven? Kakarot laughs and says he made it himself long ago that he'll surely be going to hell. It just doesn't seem right for a Saiyan to go to heaven anyways. But even so, he's different. He's not like the other Saiyans. He's a Saiyan that grew up on a different planet, learned from different people. Kakarot then dashes towards Moro, gut punching him, knocking Moro out of his own Ultra Ego transformation. Kakarot admires Moro's strength, but he can tell Moro hasn't trained enough in that form. Has he even trained at all? Moro keeps trying to fight back, but with him now being in his base, Kakarot dodges his attacks easier. Kakarot kicks him to the ground, asking what he plans to do if Kakarot spares his life, shocking everyone. Is Kakarot serious? He wants to spare this guy? He killed Vegeta and Tarble. Kakarot admits he is infuriated by him killing the two, but he can bring them back to life once they find the Dragon Balls that Monaito made. Moro admits that he won't change. He'll keep being an evil magician, taking life from every planet in the universe to then be able to conquer the multiverse. That's all the evidence Kakarot needed. Kakarot lifts up a hand in Moro's face, killing Moro once and for all. Kakarot doesn't even smile at the killing Moro. He's a strong opponent. He wished could turn a new leaf, maybe be a new ally. But in the end, he wasn't like Vegeta, who was able to become an ally. Kakarot powers back down to base as Granola and Monaito run to Kakarot, congratulating him. But Kakarot says they're not done yet. Monaito's Dragon Balls went missing. Where could they be? That's when Kakarot senses something. A strong power somewhere out in space. And it feels familiar. Is that gas? But how? How do you get so strong out of nowhere? They need to find out quickly. Kakarot asks Shin if he can take him to gas, to which Shin reluctantly agrees. As Granola is about to join, Kakarot tells him to stay on this planet. Gas feels stronger than even Moro, by a long shot. Kakarot says he wants to do this on his own, finally stopping the heaters once and for all. Shin teleports him, Kakarot, and Beerus away, as Beerus wants to keep an eye on Shin and protect him if anything happens. And with that, that's what we'll end off for this part. What do you guys think of this part? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And with that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next part.